Well, the internet is basically just a new avenue, vehicle, and platform. The internet started out not really working in my favor as much. My first experience with the internet was when Kanye West gave me a beat called Heartbeat, right? He gave me a beat, I recorded something to it, and this was when I was in like phase 2. I had to be in like phase 2 of my Sony deal. And I don't think I had an open budget at that time. I asked him to hold the beat, he said cool. And somehow the song got leaked to the internet. He was gonna sell the beat, my memory is fuzzy. He was gonna sell the beat to somebody, whatever it was, I ended up messing up his money by the song leaking. I don't really know how it leaked because at that time I wasn't internet savvy at all. I didn't even know how to log on. I didn't even have a computer, so I don't even know how that happened. But I do know that the song there were many copies of the song. There were many cassette tapes that existed or CDs that existed with this song on it. It was called Heartbeat. It's online right now, you can look it up. That was the first thing that happened to me that made me pay attention to the internet, because before that, being signed to Sony, my Rock City album got bootlegged. So there were actual bootleggers on the street selling my album, and that kept it from being released officially. That fucked me up. That fucked me up completely. Now, the way that the internet is and how fast everything is moving, I want my music to be heard. Like, we literally give it to certain sites to stream it before it's released to help sales. Now you got streaming and all of this stuff, so I mean, everything about the internet works in my favor now, because I'm one of those artists who likes to be able to go in the studio and make the kind of music that I want to make, that inspires me, the kind of music that I like to listen to, and not shoot for certain things like radio. I don't want to have to shoot for radio. I don't have anything against radio. I love when I'm on radio. I always appreciate that, but I don't like the way that some people act that work at radio. I'm just keeping it funky. I don't really like the way that some of these guys, some of these ladies and gentlemen are empowered, or they feel empowered by the position that they have at radio. To me, radio doesn't mean really anything. I mean, there's so many different kinds of ways to consume music. Sometimes I ride in the car, I listen to the radio, sometimes I don't. But if there's something that's good, it always cuts through. It cuts through somehow. And the internet has a lot to do with that. I think the internet has a lot to do with my staying power. Thank God I don't have to lean on radio. Thank God I don't have to take program directors out to eat and shit like that, because I don't like doing shit like that. It's like I don't like doing it. I don't like to kiss ass. You know what I mean? Like, I like to make music. You should kiss my ass, because I'm the one making the music. I'm the one with the talent. Like, what do you do? You know what I mean? And that's just being real about it. So the internet makes it to where Royce the 5'9" doesn't have to kiss ass. And I can just release music and just be myself. The bloggers are the new gatekeepers. They've taken the place of what can be perceived as the importance of radio. When you're ready to roll out a project, you will hear, oh man, you need Pitchfork. Oh man, you need, this site, you need that site. It definitely helps to have those sites, but one thing I don't agree with is, if those sites aren't gonna get your music and rate it well, then it's a waste of time. I pitch for Pitchfork because I like the site. I think it's a dope site. But I pitch to Pitchfork and they don't rate my shit well, they not getting no more of my fucking albums. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's just, that's how I think every artist should be. I think they should take that stand, because you can't really, the worst thing you could be as an artist is seeking everybody's approval. At some point, it has to be natural. It has to be an organic thing. That's where the magic happens. Every artist should be trying to create magic in the bottle. You know what I mean? And unfortunately, we're not living in a world where everyone's gonna like your music. There's no such thing as a piece of music that everybody across the board likes. We have access to too many people's opinions in the world. So you can just hope that the pendulum swings in your direction. Just do the best that you can, put your best foot forward. But I'm not giving my music to anybody that's just gonna purposely shit on it. It's like, what's smart about that? And I feel the same way about radio. And it's not even a rebellion thing. It's just, it's for peace of mind, man. You know what I mean? Like, here, man, shit on my album. Here, and let me read, because I know I'm gonna read it, right? Because I'm OCD like that. I'm gonna read everything. I don't want to read people who, like, sometimes you can read reviews and you can tell that they didn't even listen to the album. You know, if you listen to it from front to back and I can read your review and I got that out of that, I feel like, oh, this person read it and they just genuinely don't like it, then as a man, I have to accept that. Gotta accept that. But when you can tell that they just kind of skim through it as the job and then just shitting on it because they're mad at some tweet you sent out a year ago or some shit, then that's kind of unfair. That's kind of like, come on, man. Gotta be more professional than that.
Some of that hip hop music, strip clubbish sounding trap, I think it's harmful to kids, man. I don't think it's good for youngins. You know what I'm saying? I think the hip hop that we did in the 90s, that we continue to do now, today, relevant and all of that, is the way to go.
If you're really talented at something, like never give up, because God kind of gave you that a gift for a reason. It was a time when I was really gonna quit rapping. I didn't care about fame or respect or recognition or anything. I just wanted to live a quiet life.
When we went to present the beat, it wasn't the one that y'all hear now for All for the Love, it was another one. And I set it up like that strategically. I loved both of them, but me being on Bad Boy, I knew they was gonna love the other one.
And they say, yo, the music's wonderful. And then the butt is a whole bunch of stuff you didn't even know about. You didn't know it mattered. You're heavy, you're Spanish, we have somebody. Just feeling like you're going to meet up with a whole bunch of people that are just going to give you advice and rub their own back. That's when you start thinking like, it's so much easier to go back to drugs, dude.